massive thank you to new and old subscribers. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you get anything at all out of the video, good or bad, hit the like, dislike button. It always helps out. Hey up, I hope you're all doing well. Something really different this week, to be fair. If you're a regular on the channel, you see that we've treated in the main pond for flukes. It seems to be most of the channels that I follow, certainly, and the koi keepers I know of, they all seem to be struggling this year with flukes. So hopefully everybody gets it under control. So we're in a bit of a junk corner of my garden, really. I treated for flukes, and I ran the 2 treatments it suggests on the pack. It seemed to do the job, and I did a scrape on my Sankei and my Kahaku, and they were both clean. So this was after about 3 or 4 weeks. The only problem I had, the Sankei and Kahaku in question, it seemed to hit them hard, and I don't know if that's because they are smaller tosi, and obviously over the winter period their immune system's shot. They have been hiding away most of the winter, but yeah, they were still clamped up, sitting on the bottom of the pond, not very happy at all. So while the rest of the fish seemed to recover, they stopped flashing and they weren't sitting on the bottom sulking. They started swimming around even in the cold. They would have the moments and they would hide away, but when it got a bit warmer they would come out, with the exception of the Kajaku and the Sankei. So I bowled them up. If you follow my social media, you'll see we had a picture of the Kajaku on Instagram not long back. We bowled him up, took him out, and we decided, or I decided, very hastily set up a hospital tank. So it's not too dissimilar to an IBC. It's got a frame, metal frame that I need to adjust. You can see it's been slung together. It's not aesthetically good, but it's doing a job. So basically I just over half filled it. I dropped in the this was the pump that I was running down on the main pond. I was running the vegetable filter with this pump, but obviously once I filled the multi-bay, I was able to take this pump out. So basically I just dropped the pump in. Obviously you can see there's quite a bit of tube come out, and I used an outlet that was already in the tub. I brought it out of that outlet straight into the pressure filter, and then in return there was one midpoint and already a 90 on there, so I just utilised that, put a hose tail on. So it looks like the water's pretty still, but there is a circular current from that corner down there, and it circulates clockwise. Yeah, and they seem pretty happy, and they've definitely perked up with the temperature change. So it runs on 10 watts. I think it's 4,000 litres an hour maximum. It might even be 2.8, something like that. It's not a lot, but it only runs on 10 watts. So the pressure filter, again, it's got an 11 watt UV. So basically a little hospital tank like this I can have running 24/7 with some goldfish. I've stuck some half a dozen, well, 3 shabunkins and 3 or 4 goldfish in there, just to cycle the filters, keep them ticking over. This pressure filter I had left over, that was on the vegetable filter also, but I've since replaced everything with the multi-bay. So yeah, basically this is not where it's going to stay. I don't think we're going to have to look at putting it somewhere else. But I dropped a 300 watt heater in here. It's just starting to rain, lovely. Dropped a 300 watt heater in. I had it with the goldfish in for a week or so anyway, before I decided to put those couple of small koi in. So as you can see, they're all swimming around quite happy in there. It's currently holding at about 14-15 degrees, just with a 300 watt heater. There's nothing in the way of a cover other than on that edge there. But yeah, and they're actually starting to take food. So basically I just wanted them in here, out of the way, I did worry for them in the main pond. They weren't happy at all, but they've really picked up since they've been here. So that was it really. A quick hospital tank, if you like, that you could have running 24/7, keep the filters ticking over with a few goldfish. The reason they're in, I mean, I left the goldfish in there because they came from the same pond, and they all underwent the same fluke treatment, etc. So ordinarily, if it was a quarantine or a full isolation hospital tank, then the goldfish would be removed and the koi would be in there on their own. But as it's as they were cycling the filter, I just thought, because they've come from the same pond, we'd just crack on and let them get on with it. Yeah, so the only real cost of running this is when I'm deciding to heat it with that small heater. That's 300 watts. Yeah, just thought it was a neat idea, something a bit different, not aesthetically very nice, but that can be improved. I will probably set this up properly somewhere, add some insulation to the outside, sort all the inlets and outlets. This tank cost me 40 quid, so I wasn't going to complain about the aesthetics, all the various inlets and outlets that have been used prior. I can sort all those out as and when I need to. Almost proof of concept, if you like. I just thought I'd see if it would work, and yeah, sure enough, as soon as I got the temperatures up, they've definitely improved a little. Just thought I'd pop down and have a look at the main pond while I've been out showing you the hospital tank. Like I said, definitely a +1 for the fluke solve. I didn't have to wait 3 weeks between treatments. It was about a week and a half. I did a scrape a week and a half in after the first treatment, and there were still live flukes, so I put the second treatment in, and yeah, a week or so after that second treatment, scraped 2 different fish, and they were both absolutely clear. So yeah, definitely a result. See, there's not much activity today. There's only Venom out there with an orth, a little goldfish. I can see Zeus down there somewhere, but it's hiding, but that's down to the cold. You know, we had a nice warm week, that was followed by another cold snap and snow, so the pond's still, this is at 7 degrees, so I don't expect an awful lot of activity. They're all hiding in the cave, which is good because that's what it was made for. So yeah, that was just a quick video. Thanks